is such an eloquent way. If that Nautilus is banned, maybe then, Trevor, your like crazy prediction could come true. It's not, and instead it's going to be the Silas removed. I like this into VTO because it is one of those champions that can do incredibly well, and you think of all the ults that can be stolen already. Very, very powerful. Gangplank still available in option, and it's going to be the Zoe and Ezreal.
So, I have a quick question before we move on to these picks. They locked in their Mumu, imagine. Trevor, am I allowed as a caster to go up, take over Mercer's PC and lock in Morgana?
I'm going to say yes, but I don't think the refs will like it.
No? Okay. Maybe I'll be a good boy.
Do you like it into a Mumu in lane?
Well, that's the thing. They just locked in a Mumu. There's a Mumu. There's Vi. It actually would be a lot of value. So you are a very smart man.
It would make me so happy.
I have a feeling they're going to get the engagement they did, got the Leona. And overall, you know, seeing a Mumu, it's a beautiful sight. We've already seen him being played a little bit in the LEC. I believe it was last week or the week before Mercer was the one playing it. Now we got it on Trimby, but Trimby has also pulled out a bunch of interesting support picks, including Sejuani, so I'm not surprised to see him showcasing that he has a very deep champion pool.
Okay, Broxer, let's zoom out. Tell me about both of these team compositions and what they want to do.
So, if we look at Rogue's team comp.
He doesn't have the Ghost available. It's the Vanish Toss will connect. Neon running low, Flash and Cleanse still available to him. That will be crucial in the later stages. Firing out shot after shot. The Saturn's Blade! Trimby is down first blood, but at what cost? Comp chases down Mercer, and the 2v2 working in favor.
That was absolutely beautiful. What else is there to say? Trimby was kind of feeling it, went for the all-in, but Misfits were ready, they were prepared. Unfortunate part for him, it was, we can see how the fight started here. Let's have a look. Look at that Momo. He goes in on Neon. Now, problem is that Neon actually has both summoners available, and Mercer just walks right in front of him, tanks up absolutely everything. Literal unkillable Leona times the Zenith Blade really well, so he follows Momo's flash. Comp burns the cleanse out of desperation. I assume really wanted something there, but kind of sucks for him not having that available. Mercer, a lot of good, you know, plays and team fights, good engages, good roams, had pretty good synergy with Zlatan from my perspective. Neon, strong team fighter, irrelevant, just, you know, good top laner. He just sits on the island, does his work, and also is able to, you know, dish out the damage and find those engages alongside Mercer in team fights. And I think for them, while Rogue is one of the strongest team fighting teams we have in the league, Misfits has a lot of bright spots there as well.
I mean, they really do. I've got some numbers for you, which we'll look at if Neon survives this. Flash and Cleanse are available to him. Trimby, Bandage toss. Oh, he predicts it! The Cleanse comes out! Oh, Trimby, there's no need to cry. That was just beautiful.
What a Mumu. Like, I love it. So clean. Neon oversteps a little bit and gets punished because having that TP advantage, having no sums on the Ezreal, is just too great of an opportunity.
Well, right now, Zanzara potentially looking for Larson. Yeah, Sleepy Trouble Bubble. They'll cut off at least one option. Keeper's Verdict is used, knocked up into the air. Larson survives for the time being. The Solar Flare! Mercer sets it up. I mean, that was just beautiful. Despite a few skill shots not landing, the amount of pressure, like, you couldn't dodge all those.
You know what I love about this so far? People so rarely talk about supports, but this has been a support show so far. Both Mercer and Trimby are setting up so many plays for their team beautifully. The only thing to keep in mind was Misfits here pushing out the mid lane, getting control that way. They start the Dragon, they see Odo Omni. Trimby is moving down. Him and Malrang and the two to look out for on the Rogue side. Sansara standing in the bush. Malrang sneaking in, looking for the play. Does a vision on the Dragon, could potentially steal it. Malrang gets the Dragon, channeling Q. Odo Amne gets out, Malrang ults the Leona for some reason. Irrelevant goes in, Vizio walks up, looks for the play on the Zoe, pops the flash. Can he land the bubble? Trimby goes in, Sansara, beautiful play, pushing him back. And there's Trevor. Misfits are doing it. They did lose the Dragon, but it looks like they put half of the enemy team in the gray screen simulator. Enjoy your gray screens, friends. Misfits start pushing mid, looks for the turret. Sansara gets sniped. How unfortunate, but they still get the turret.
Broxer, that was awesome! Misfits win the fight, they concede the Dragon. And for the first time Zanzara dies, they extend the gold lead, and it is so hard to keep up with it. Did you think this was a good fight here from the perspective of Rogue?
Look at Vi. Look at him. He ults out of target. He ults Leona. I see that. It makes me cry a little bit inside as a Vi player myself, but you know how it is. We all make mistakes, and it just looked like Roku really desynced overall. Misfits were fully focused on the fight. Roku kind of split up, and Sansara was in a bit of an awkward position after stealing the Drake. And all in all, so far, Misfits has been the better team. They've had control in the early game, while they did base very late for Dragon. They just group mid, got the control back, and yeah, just good stuff all around. Nice snipe too.
Really well played there by Comp to at least pick up a kill on the back end of that fight. Misfits 5,500 gold up. 2 items completed for most of the
beautiful stuff.
I mean, I really like it's crazy to think about that, isn't it? With a Moo and with Vi, it's difficult to engage. But look at this. Underneath the tower, Irrelevance already used the Gnar. The tower's dropped down. The hop, the skip, the jump. And Irrelevance is going to hold on to that flash. I hope. Please don't waste it. He uses it, flashes. Malrang forced to run for his life. No, one there's going to look for that snip. The snip, is hop available? No, it is not.
Now he has been spotted by the blue up. Very well placed by Misfits. Odoamne jumps into the pit. And Trevor, it's time to shine.
It is time indeed. Odoamne forced to jump out of that pit. Keep your eyes on Trimby. Flash, bandage toss, curse of the Sand Mummy available. Going over the wall with the denting blows into the pit. It is Neon that secures the Dragon. The Assault and Battery flies forward, and Malrang's already able to delete Sansara. Mercers to follow, immediately killing off onto Trimby. Now Odo gets tagged up. He's slapped inside the bushes. A knockback onto Neon. That was a seismic shove to end all seismic shoves. The shield will come up, and the zap! The laser from downtown. Irrelevant is hella relevant as he's keeping Rogue busy. VTO goes forward, but it may be too much, it may be too far, it may be too deep. Now all of a sudden, Larson running for his life. Chucks out the rock mines, and Irrelevant continues to throw out the boomerangs. A 3 for 3 in the Dragon of Misfits.
That follows. We see Malrang going in, misses the steal. He ults Poppy immediately. Beautiful Vi. All shots down the enemy front line. Q's right onto Leona, and Malrang there. Big part of why they secured those 2 big kills. But then Misfits on the other side, and VTO in particular. Watch the Zoe here. He picks up the fake flash, and then he looks for the angle. Irrelevant, and Neon does a great job buying time. There it is. A bit unfortunate. Look at VTO now. If he gets that flash off over the wall, they're gonna ace them. That would have been so beautiful.
Was that a zoning flash? Is that what you call that?
We call those an oopsie.
That's an oopsie. Okay.
Yeah. It happens, you know. But if it worked, it's one of those where if it worked, that would have probably...
Cry as Trimby runs away. Dragon secured, seismic shove, catches onto Sansara. I think the keeper's verdict, sending away member of Rogue, allowing them to continue this push. Now Rogue somewhat split up. Dash forward, needle work out, snip, 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 and that's a dead Mercer. Trimby remains alive for now. The Palestine not going to be able to kill Malrang, but it will be enough to take down Trimby at the cost of VTO's own life. Neon remains untouched, but it's a 3 versus 4.
When we see Larson trying to zone him, I don't like Sansara basing here. Him basing is the main reason there's no pressure on this Baron. They can get it for free. Baron secured. We see the Mega now, however. Sansara is going to look for the play over the wall.
Ooh, not going to be enough. Mystic shot from Comp picks up the kill. Rogue have just enough time. Sansara and Neon were not quick enough into the pit. Easy to shoot them. That's a pretty big barrel. Cleanse has been used. Dragon secured. That's the 3rd for Rogue. Keeper's verdict. Boots one away. Trimby gets pulled backwards, but Sansara's already down. There's so much damage coming out from Odoamne. He escapes with his life, and Trimby stays alive. Mercer's taken down as well. Irrelevance, Mega Gnar, but he can't find a target. All of a sudden, Neon dashes over the wall. He gets 1 back. 3-3. Larson's running for his life. Flash has been used. Cleanse has been used. Malrang has ult. Needs to lock somebody down. Flashes away defensively as Odo steps forward to the Hallowed Mist. Scissors prepped to cut. Irrelevant goes hyper for now. That's a 2nd kill of the fight. 2-2. Teleport is needed to escape. The Ultra Shock! What? The Ultra Shock and the Boomerang?
Yeah.
That was a surprising amount of damage. I was not expecting that.
That was a lot of damage, and actually, you know, that series damage, you know, it's always so surprisingly high. But here, we're actually in the opposite position for once, with Rogue being the ones on Dragon. Amazing Poppy ult by Sansara, but Trimby somehow manages to land the bandage, hops the bag in, and really nice start to the fight by Rogue. Trimby even manages to flash out, but now, this is where Neon starts striking back. Siri in these scenarios where all the cooldowns are down can just slowly run down the team. We see Zoe picking up that flash as well. And And now Malrang, he tries to protect his carries, but he ends up getting a little over-eager. And look what happens here. Malrang, he gets confident, seeing odoamne get in there. The second he all-ins, odoamne walks out, and he's left on his own. And look at the Siri damage here.
Slow-mo? Oh my word.
That Siri did 739 damage, just like that.
5-1-5. This is Neon's 6th game on Zeri. He's won 3 of them before. And I think it was... Oh, my memory's failing me now. I think it was against Fnatic of G2, where he was running amok from the top lane down towards Baron Pit, like helping take over the game. I think VTO was playing in Akali, if I recall correctly, and they've been Spring. It's one of those champions that you can really shine and take over. Trimpy steps forward, Steadfast Presence will block the engage. 5v5, Baron is up. 2 minutes 50 for the Ocean Soul for both teams. Rogue are in control and dictating the pace, and remember, Misfits will need a lot of time to take down the Baron. Of course, it's going to be them starting this off again. This is the 3rd time in 40 minutes that they've started. It's going so incredibly slow. Level 15 on Malrang. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will at least force people through a channel. Baron's down to 3,000. Malrang gets jumped on. Irrelevant's taking so much damage from Odo. Baron's peeled away. The fight's broken out. Odo takes down Sands, and Odo escaped with his life. Malrang will be traded, but for VTO, Neon remains untouched. He is the danger man. He needs to kill everyone for Rogue. 1 for 3, and Rogue win another fight.
Misfits to get in there. Rogue has so much pressure. So Zara looks for the plan. odoamne smacks him into the wall. Pretty hard for the team to follow up. odoamne can just walk out. They did land the bubble onto Vi. Rogue trying their best to protect.
The knockout from the Verdict, but the damage return. The damage return is just too big. Megan over by some time. Meteor stays alive in the back, and all of a sudden, Irrelevant and Neon force a run for their lives. It is a 2 for 2, and Neon is stepping forward, chasing. Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Not going to be enough just yet. Larson and Comp running for their lives. For a moment,
that's very impressive.
Over the wall, Malrang jumps onto Neon. Zanzara steps forward, gets the stun onto Malrang. Weaver's wall will bring support from Rogue. Here comes Odo. That's a seismic shove of note. Going golden for Zanzara. Malrang is down. Zanzara stays alive, but Mercer does get taken down. Neon is chasing Odo. Ultra Shock Laser not going to be fired through the wall just yet. 1 for 1, but that is a significant advantage for Misfits. 2 minutes for Elder. And Misfits, do they make the mistake? Please don't start it again.
They
don't
are already
commit
on
to
the
it.
Trevor. They are hitting the Baron. It's going significantly faster this time, but Malrang will be looking for the steal.
Oh, did they finish? They finished. All of a sudden, Trippy goes forward. Curse of the Sand Mummy. But Mercer's already dropped down. Baron was secured. That is the cost of Trimpy. Irrelevant's running for his life. Neon flashes or dashes over the wall. No, does he decide to chase? He's got himself the Assault and Battery still available. Comp is going forward with that arcane shift. Ultra Shock Laser goes out. Remember, 1 for 1. Teleport now coming back in for Irrelevant. That's him being jumped on as all of a sudden Malrang takes a boomerang to the face. And keep your eyes on Neon. Neon remains untouched. VTO is trying to force Larson away. Malrang steps forward. The ultimate is still up for Malrang. The ultimate is still up. He manages to jump on a Neon. Does Neon get taken down? Forced to flash for his life, staying alive. Thanks to the love shield. Thanks to the heals. Misfits. They're turning it up. They've got Baron. They've got 3 kills. They're looking for 4 VTO flashes. Not going to find it just yet. Irrelevant gets popped in a boulder. A boulder to the face. Roxy, can they finish if they get the ace?
It is gonna be game here if Larson dies, because only Trimpy is gonna be up and available. Misfits of 5 people. Look at the death timers, 40 plus on every single member.
Are you not entertained?
Oh, that's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
Watching and learning from the best, and with that Trimpy in the 1v5. I would love to see him doing this, but that Amumu unfortunately doesn't deal too much damage.
What was that game? Misfits from 0-2 last week, taking down the #1 team in the league. Rogue are on a 3-game losing streak, and Misfits are looking at playoffs. Yo, Roxa, that game was way more competitive.